Okay, so if you're building a business or launching pretty much anything, you know the biggest challenge isn't just making something cool. It's finding your people, the right people. So today, we're going to go on that quest together, step by step, to find your perfect customer. You know, everything, literally everything, hinges on one single fundamental question. If you get this wrong, it feels like you're just running into walls. But if you get it right, you've just laid the perfect foundation for everything else to fall into place. So what is it? It's this. Simply, who are we for? See, it's not what do we sell, it's who do we serve. And getting clear on this, it changes the entire game. This is the one thing that separates the businesses that really take off from the ones that just kind of fizzle out. The classic trap. We've all been there, thinking a bigger audience is always better. But here's the truth. When you try to be everything to everyone, your message just becomes noise. Your product loses its edge, and you end up connecting with no one at all. So let's officially start our quest. And the goal here isn't just to find any customers, right? It's to find the right ones. The people who feel like you built this thing just for them, because those are the folks who become your biggest fans. And this is the question that's going to be our North Star for this whole journey. It's not about finding every possible customer for all time. Nope. It's about making a smart, strategic first move. Which group gives us the best possible launchpad for growth and impact, starting right now? Before you can find any treasure, you need a map. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to build a 3-layer map of our potential customers. And this map is what's going to give us the clarity to see exactly where we should be putting all our energy. Okay, so the first layer of our map is demographics. You can think of this as the basic geography, right? The borders, the cities, the raw landscape. It's the stuff that tells us who they are in a purely factual sense. This is our starting point. Their age, where they live, what they do for a living. It's all objective stuff, pretty easy to find. This gives us a basic outline, but honestly, it's just an outline. It's layer 1, and it's the least powerful layer, because it's just not enough to build a real connection. So let's add layer 2, psychographics. If demographics tell us who, then psychographics tell us why. This is where we start adding the color and the culture to our map. It's all about what they actually believe in and what they really care about. Think about it. Are they the first ones in line for new tech? Do they really value sustainability? What are their hobbies? These kinds of details take us from a flat sketch to a rich, 3-dimensional person. Now we're getting somewhere. This is where connection really begins. And now for the final, and I think most predictive, layer, behavioral traits. This is the how. It's not about what they say they'll do or even who they are. It's about what they actually do. These are like the footpaths they've already worn into our map. So do they buy based on price, or are they all about quality? Do they use something like this all the time or just once in a blue moon? This data can be a little harder to get, for sure, but man, is it powerful. Understanding their past actions is the absolute best key to predicting what they'll do next. All right, so we've got our detailed 3-layer map. Now for the really exciting part. We're going to use this map to find the treasure, that specific, urgent problem that your business is perfectly built to solve. This is where we find that X that marks the spot. Because your perfect customer isn't just someone who fits a profile, right? They are someone with a real, nagging pain point, a desired outcome they're desperately trying to reach, and a real sense of urgency to fix it. The treasure you're looking for is buried right at the intersection of those 3 things. That's your sweet spot. So by now, you might have spotted 2, maybe 3 potential X's on your map. But here's the thing. You can't go after all of them at once. It's time to turn our map into a mission, and that means making a strategic choice. And this is a super critical decision. A bad choice here could mean months of wasted time and money, but the right choice, that could be the thing that sparks some really explosive growth. So, how do we decide which one to go for first? We do it with a really simple framework. We just score our potential segments against the things that matter most to our business. Things like, are they willing to pay? How easy is it for us to actually reach them? And how well do they align with our long-term vision? Looking at this, even though segment 2 looks easy to reach, you can see that segment 3 is the clear strategic winner to focus on first. Okay, we've picked our target segment. We're feeling good. But before we go all in, there is one final step, and it is absolutely non-negotiable. We have to validate our choice. We have to turn our smart hypothesis into a proven fact. And the plan for this is actually pretty straightforward. First, you just figure out how you're going to test your assumptions. Is it interviews, a tiny ad campaign, a simple landing page? And second, you have to define what success actually looks like. What specific numbers, like email signups or pre-orders, will prove to you that you're on the right track? And this is the transformation we're aiming for. It's all about turning a guess into proof. We are shifting from "we believe they'll pay" to "we have hard evidence they are willing to pay." This is the move that takes so much of the risk out of your venture and really sets you up for success. So here we are, right back where we started. Remember this question? Which customer segments should we focus on first to maximize impact and growth? The difference is now we have a clear step-by-step process to answer it with some real confidence. The map is officially in your hands. You've got the tools to analyze the terrain, find the treasure, and prove that your target is real. So the only question left is the one you've got to answer for yourself. Who will you focus on first?